My dearest Elizabeth, I know that putting my worries on you is not something I should do, but I must express my fear. It used to be peaceful. AK brought this town back from its original slaughter, saved mine and many others' lives. But he comes little now. He's gone for weeks and shows up in the dead of night. It's as if he's afraid to show himself in the light. People talk in the streets. Whispers of war. People speak of empires and anarchy. I hope to remain safe. And I trust in AK, and I wish I could spend these days with you. If I find a way out, I promise that I will come. Till I see thine beauty next. Your mister.
It was simply another day to me, stress and anxiety as my friends took up arms against each other. That was to the backdrop to which Vi asked to meet with me. I was confused, of course, at first, as I was nothing more than a simple cleric at the time. But she was clever. But I had to keep my neutrality. I had built a world and it would not be destroyed. As I stood there that day, as friends asked me who would I support, I could never answer. I was naive, if you will, when I was younger. I thought neutrality could be maintained, and that is a story for another time. Enjoy the Chronicles.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry to send you that meeting request on such short notice.
It's fine.
Everything's been a bit crazy in this past couple of days. Do you mind either, like going inside somewhere?
Yeah, yes, come on.
At midnight. So, a couple days ago, I got a letter from the north. They said they were going to secede from the SMP. And I know you don't, you're not like the Pope or anything like the church, but they said that if people didn't agree with their secession or went against it, they'd kill everyone and tear down their buildings and destroy everything. And I don't know whose side is the Vatican on. I haven't seen.
Well,
I mean, y'all are so quiet. You just go around trying to get people to join your religion, and I mean, I know I'm not a part of it, but I mean, my fiance is, and I mean, I'd like to think we're friends, but what was that?
I don't know. Well, yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I can
is
say...
that normal?
What?
The fire?
Yeah, that's
You're on
normal.
fire.
That's just... Yeah, we don't question what the Pope does. Just let him be. Well, we don't really care for the squabblings of nations.
But I mean, at this point, you're at risk too. I mean,
We have no quarrel with him. James is one of the cultists.
But so is my fiance, and I'm paying you vast sums of money, and I don't really.
Well,
I mean, I'm willing to pay whatever you need. We don't have anyone backing us. At this point, the North is bound to success, and I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted for this nation. Nation? It's not even a nation. It's the world. It's the whole server. I mean, I don't even know why they decided to secess. They didn't state any reasoning. They just said, "Hey, we're a country, essentially independence go burr," and tried to leave. I was so happy as just a whole server where everyone just kind of shared everything. I've bought plenty of netherite from the Pope. I've helped with the North's netherite, their base. I was very, positive when they showed me it. And now they're threatening to kill all of the people in the land if they don't agree. And I know for a fact the people in the southern sorry, the people in the southern city they're not going to agree because they wanted the same thing I do. And so there's bound to be war. It's just inevitably going to happen. And I know I need to, at least warn people, but I need to know where your confidence lies. Yours and the entire, all of the cults.
The cult, as of right now, is neutral. I can tell you that. I know that Sam and James are fairly close, but I doubt we'll at least side against you, at least officially. We're not really in a position to fight anyone. We're mostly understaffed and don't really have a position. We can't afford to anger anyone. However, follow me. Ignore the rat. This is my city. This is where my loyalties lay. The cult of John, it's a religion, I believe in it, but this is my pride and joy. And I know James. And so long as I remain neutral, this doesn't get harmed. I can't risk losing this. Hours of work. I've brought people in here. This entire city was slaughtered at one point.
That's scary. I don't even know where she stands on this. And I mean, we're supposed to get married in just a couple. We haven't scheduled the wedding, but we're supposed to get married soon. And what if she doesn't side with me? I mean, this is a lot to put on you. I'm sorry about that.
Follow me real quick,
Okay.
if you will. One last thing. I must remain neutral, and so must the cult of John. However, if we can get away from these prying eyes. Now that we're away from him, I can provide this. Just make sure that no one knows where you got it from. Up to that, Sam will probably remain neutral or semi-support the North, but probably not militarily.
I'll have a meeting with him when I can. I don't know what I'm gonna do because this whole thing, it wasn't supposed to go like this. I wasn't prepared for this. But thank you for your support. Won't be forgotten.
I think your wife wants to talk with you.
I'll speak with her in a moment. But thank you very much. I hope to keep in contact with you in the future.
I'm always here. The city is here for peace. We're not here to make any trouble. I have no quarrels with anyone. As I pondered the meeting and watched perhaps what would have been the last of my friends walk away, I had an epiphany, or at least at the time I believe I did, and the gears in my head began to turn. I thought and I spiraled, and so began my ambitions. These ambitions would follow me around. This was simply the beginning. The end is yet to come. This is what we need to protect. The war, it has nothing to do with me or my city. James is a cultist, but that's not a reason to side with him. If Sam does, I know. I can't agree with that. However, I do have an idea. After this war ends, I can draft a constitution. We won't declare independence. I'll take the city and I'll expand it. I'll create a league of free cities based on principles of liberty. I'll make sure that wars like this, we'll try and avoid them. Stop another one. Stop another one. Stop another one.